my name is Kenton Lear. I'm the executive chef here at the beautiful National Arts Centre. As part of our resident chef program, it's wonderful to welcome some of the best culinary talent in Canada, and I want to introduce Chef Renee Lavallee from the Canteen in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
My philosophy in the way that I cook and even in the way that I come up with menus is very simple. It's all about simplicity, using lots of local, lots of seasonal. I always like to say it's always got a little bit of love in it, which always kind of sounds hokey. But when I cook, it's very much me and how I'm feeling from day to day, from month to month, from year to year. But at the restaurant, it's lots of seafood. It's very locally focused. And for us, it's just to make sure that we're really representing the East Coast.
Well, I'm originally from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, so I grew up with a lot of great German influences, Polish influences when it came around to food. When I came to this area, I found a lot more influence from Quebec and a lot of great local Quebec producers.
I'm originally from Shawville, Quebec, so just a stone's throw from here in Ottawa. But when I grew up, obviously surrounded by farmlands, by lots of dairy, lots of meat. Fish wasn't really a thing that we ate or cooked growing up. But I worked at a place called Les Fougères, just outside of Ottawa here in Chelsea. And Charlie and Jennifer taught for me the importance of using local, the importance of using seasonal. And everywhere that I've worked, I've sort of brought that philosophy with me. And that's why at the Canteen, it's really like a very, very important thing for me that we support local. So from the farmers that we use to the cheesemaker to the farms that we get our meat and even the fishermen, it's very important. And it was instilled to me originally by, just a really amazing chef and his wife who run an amazing restaurant. At the Canteen, we have a very close team. I don't even call them my team. I don't call them my employees. I don't call them my staff. I call them my family. It's our very dysfunctional family. And for us, what we believe in doing is hiring people, not necessarily based on the experience that they have, but more on their personality traits and how we can actually work together and sort of like build a relationship together. We've had, since we've been open in 5 years, we still have about half of the original staff that we did. And for us, it's just about teaching and learning. I've got my baker, who was my dishwasher originally 5 years ago. My sous chef is also my dishwasher 5 years ago. But for us, it's about treating everybody like they're our family. And truly, at the end of the day, they are.
How do I manage my business to make sure that my family gets the attention they need? It's very challenging, obviously, and there tends to be peaks and valleys in our business here. So what I try and do is when we have some of that downtime or we're not as busy here, spend more time at home with the kids. It's a challenge to be involved with them day to day sometimes, but, whether I'm calling them during the day or checking in with them, and definitely on my days off, spending a lot of time with them.
Having a family, running a business, owning a business has been very challenging. But luckily, my husband and I, who own the restaurant together, we work there together every day. But our kids are our number one priority. So often we say to the staff when we hire them, it's like, A, welcome to our family. B, part of the agreement is that you have to babysit our children at least once. And C, they'll always be here. So often you'll see my daughter on her lunch break. She'll run down from school and come with her friends and have lunch. My son usually walks to the restaurant after school, comes in, has a snack. And the thing that Doug and I have tried to do is really be there during the day mostly, and then only one of us be there at night so that there's always one of us at home with our kids. And, for me, it's been really important after 27 years to actually be at home with my kids during this amazing formative time in their life. So unfortunately, I have amazing staff in the kitchen, so I don't have to worry about being there 24/7. So when COVID happened in March 2020, we'd gone from being basically like a really busy restaurant, and Little C was super busy with takeout. And I've always worked with the Community Food Centres Canada. And in Dartmouth, we have it's called the North Grove, which is a community food center. So as soon as we shut our doors, we said, well, what can we do? Because basically it affected everybody in our community. So they weren't able to put out the meals that they needed because they lost all their staff basically and all the volunteers. So we had this idle kitchen, and Doug and I said, well, why don't we just pivot really quickly. And basically what we did is we turned our kitchen into the community kitchen. So my husband and I and 3 of our managers basically would go in twice a week. We would cook out of our kitchen 500 meals twice a week, so 1,000 meals almost a week. We would cook them, package them, and then North Grove would come and pick them up. And then they would deliver them and take care of dispersing them throughout the community. So we did that from March until October of 2020. And then during the last lockdown, again, we pivoted again really quickly to help them out, because it's really important to us to make sure that we're taking care of the community that we're in.
Do we have any extra time during the pandemic? Here at the National Arts Centre, we were actually closed. So I did have a lot of extra time. I was at home a lot. Fortunately, I got to spend lots of time with the family and with the kids, sort of almost getting to know them a bit better. But we also cooked a lot and played games and all sorts of fun stuff. As far as hobbies go, I worked on my golf game. I was able to shave a few strokes off my game. But I was ready to come back when we were allowed to reopen. It was nice being at home for that time, but there's nothing like being in the kitchen, being with your team, and being part of the community as part of this business.
During the pandemic, did I have a lot of free time? No. And yes. We obviously had the community kitchen, so that kept me busy between the ordering, the prepping, and packaging. We did do some takeout on the weekends, so I was able to do that. But I was able to spend a lot of time with my kids. So basically every week we would come up with a menu. We would cook it together, which was really great. Didn't take up any hobbies. I tried to run again. I'm too old to run. Hurts my knees. Read a lot, but it gave me a chance to actually slow down. I did notice a huge difference with myself from March 2020 to when we finally did come back. COVID taught me to be patient. COVID taught me to just don't sweat the small stuff. And overall, it actually just made me a better boss, I think, when I came back. For me, what would be my next challenge after doing all the fun things that I've gotten to do, like Top Chef, Wall of Chefs, gold medal plates? I think the thing that I'd really like to do next is retire. But that'll never happen, actually, because I'd get bored. So I really don't know. I think my next challenge would be to just maybe just do something new, still in the industry. Obviously, maybe not opening up a restaurant, but maybe doing something else. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with what I have.